Army General Anatoly Mikhaïlovich Kornukov was a Russian general, and former fighter pilot in the Soviet Air Defense Forces. Military career: a pilot under his command, Viktor Belenko, defected in 1976 to Japan in an advanced MiG-25 fighter. On September 1, 1983, Kornukov was commander of Delinsk-Sokol Air Base when Korean Airlines Flight 007 went astray and entered Soviet airspace, first over Kamchatka. As a subordinate to commander of the Far Eastern Military District Air Defense Forces, General Valery Kamensky, and as commander of Sokol Air Base on Sakhalin Island, Kornukov received the command from Kamensky to shoot down Korean Airlines Flight 007 carrying 260 people, including U.S. Congressman Larry McDonald, while it was over the international waters of Okhotsk, having exited Kamchatkan airspace. Simply destroy it even if it is over neutral waters? Are the orders to destroy it over neutral waters? Oh, well. Though Kamensky had ordered KAL-007 to be shot down while over international waters, he insisted that it first be verified as not civilian. Kornukov insisted that there was no need. Kamensky: we must find out, maybe it is some civilian craft or God knows who. Kornukov: what civilian? It has flown over Kamchatka. It came from the ocean without identification. I am giving the order to attack if it crosses the state border. Kornukov gave the order for the shoot-down as KAL-007 was about to pass out of the Soviet airspace over Sakhalin Island into international airspace. Oh, how long does it take him to go to attack position? He is already getting out into neutral waters. Engage afterburner immediately. Bring in the MiG-23 as well. While you're wasting time, it will fly right out. Kornukov, who had retained his position even when, in 1976, a pilot under his command, Viktor Belenko, had defected to Japan with his MiG-25. The most advanced Soviet fighter of the time also survived the KAL-007 incident, eventually attaining the highest appointment possible in his field of service. On January 22, 1998, Boris Yeltsin appointed Kornukov as commander of the Russian Air Force. This appointment by Yeltsin came on the heels of Yeltsin's dismissal of General Pyotr Dankin, who had headed the Air Force since 1992. Dankin was pressed to resign after a Russian Air Force Antonov An-124 cargo plane crashed soon after takeoff at Irkutsk Airport and landed on a nearby apartment complex, killing over 60 people. In January 2002, Kornukov resigned as commander of the Russian Air Force and he now advises the Russian Federation in matters of missile defense and defense against aerial hijacker terrorist attacks against Russian cities. Against the terrorist threat from the air, he believes Russia is unprepared considering the Russian air defense commanders often absentee, passing the buck, and lacking coordination. The following is a current example of his firm stance as reported in Pravda of March 31, 2004. Former commander of Russian Air Force, General Anatoly Kornukov calls Russian authorities to be tough in dealing with NATO aircraft which would appear near Russian borders after Baltic countries joining the alliance, the Russia Journal said. NATO gained 7 new allies, on new Russian borders. Because of NATO expanding, we should apply tough policy, including tough measures to NATO aircraft. If an aircraft violated the state border, it must be shot down. International law allows this, said General Kornukov. To begin with, the Baltic states should be reminded that good neighbor relations have nothing to do with military aircraft barraging along the neighboring country borders. They are flying not just for pleasure, they are likely to be well armed. Asked how he felt about the victims on board KAL-007. Kornukov said the downing left him with some unpleasant feelings, but suggested that casualties were simply the price that had to be paid. On Hero of the Day, a Russian television interview show, Kornukov commented, "I will always be convinced that I gave the right order. Sometimes, in strategic operations, we had to sacrifice battalions to save the army. In the given situation, I am quite sure that this was a pre-planned action that pursued quite obvious goals." As his crimes in ordering the shoot-down of KAL-007 occurred before the establishment of the International Criminal Court in 2002, Kornukov is not eligible for prosecution. He died at the age of 72 on July 1, 2014. Honors and awards: Order for Merit to the Fatherland 3rd Class, Order for Merit to the Fatherland 4th Class, Order of Military Merit, Order of the Red Star, Order for Service to the Homeland in the Armed Forces of the USSR 2nd Class, Order for Service to the Homeland in the Armed Forces of the USSR 3rd Class, Jubilee Medal 20 Years of Victory in the Great Patriotic War 1941–1945, Jubilee Medal 50 Years of Victory in the Great Patriotic War 1941–1945, Jubilee Medal 300 Years of the Russian Navy, Medal in commemoration of the 850th anniversary of the Moscow, Medal for Diligence in Engineering Tasks, Medal Veteran of the Armed Forces of the USSR, Jubilee Medal 50 Years of the Armed Forces of the USSR, Jubilee Medal 60 Years of the Armed Forces of the USSR, Jubilee Medal 70 Years of the Armed Forces of the USSR, Medal for Strengthening Military Cooperation, Medal for Military Valor 1st Class, Medal for Strengthening Military Cooperation, Medal for Impeccable Service 1st, 2nd and 3rd Classes USSR, State Prize of the Russian Federation. See also, Korean Airlines Flight 007 transcripts, references.